Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Joffrey Noodle Legs here today with another noodle film review. And today, sorry if you can hear my fan going, it's rather warm. Today we're looking at 80s cult classic, The Slayer. Now I believe this was on the video nasty list. This is the Arrow release. It comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD and a rather cool booklet with a really nice sort of picture on the front. And this film is based on these two couples. First of all, this woman, she's an artist, and her husband, and she starts having nightmares. It begins off of her having sort of nightmares of this visions and stuff. And then when she wakes up, we see her in bed with her husband's there, and they're talking about going on holiday. So they're having a bit of a jibber jabber about going on holiday. She's quite reluctant to go because I think she's got an art show coming up, because she paints. She's an artist, and but he said, no, come on, we need this break. And anyway, so we see them in their home, and then we cut to another couple at home in the bathroom, and these are their friends who are going on holiday with them, and they're going to be going to this sort of island, sort of like only they're going to be the only people on it. So they're sort of like, again, they're jibber jabbing about the holiday, saying, oh, it'd be great to get away and all this sort of thing. And so we see all these sort of things building up towards this great holiday, and then we cut to a private airport by the looks of it, and a private jet. These must be quite well off, these people, because I think the other woman's like an actress or something. She's been in sort of things, so she's an actress, and the other woman's like a painter. I'm not sure what their jobs are, but they must be pretty well off to hire this private jet. So they take off in this private jet, and we see it sort of flying over this industrial sort of area, estate, and there's one woman there starts smoking. There's the real horror of the film, smoking in a plane. So she starts smoking, and they're saying, oh, I don't like flying, because but you fly all the time. Oh, not on little planes like this. Anyway, so they're flying off, and then they see the island that they're going to, and it's just like, and the woman goes, oh look, it's all surrounded by water. I think, well, that's an island, isn't it? But anyway, so they land on the beach on this island, and the guy goes, hey, look, we're in paradise, amazing. And they're all getting windswept. It doesn't look paradise. It looks really cloudy. It's extremely windy. They can hardly stand up straight. And he goes, oh, this is the dream come true, it's paradise. I think I don't think they agree with you. Anyway, the gingerhead woman, the one who's the artist, starts seeing this feeling that she's been there before, and she tells this to the pilot, and he goes, yeah, a lot of people say that. You won't be the first, and you won't be the last. So he's sort of like, they sort of like, there's a feeling between them both, sort of thing, that there's something not right about the place. Anyway, and then the guy goes, oh, well, we got a map. It's about a mile walk. So then the two women start moaning they've got to walk a mile from the beach to the house where they're staying. Anyway, they set off on this walk, and the pilot sort of like in his plane to take off again. And then they go up to this part of the island. They go up some steps, and they come across this old building, a derelict building, and it goes, I think it used to be a theatre. And so they walk past it, except the artist, she stands in front of it for quite a while looking at it, and then the guy comes back, says, well, what's up, what's the matter? And she says, well, this is the building I painted in my picture that's at home. And he goes, no, you painted a building like it. You've never seen this before, so you don't know. So she's got this real feeling that she's been there before. But anyway, they carry on walking for a while up this sort of hills by the beach. And then they spot the house they're going to stay at, and it looks all sort of, again, looks quite derelict and run down. So they don't look too pleased at the house at all when they see it. And then they walk towards the house, and they get in the house, and then they see inside it's all lavished, and it's like luxury, and like really sort of really like a rich person's house, with like leather sofas and loads of alcohol and a fridge full of food and everything there, sort of thing, and really nice sort of bedrooms and all this kind of thing. And they see how amazing it is, and they all start to really appreciate it. Apart from our artist woman, she again still got this feeling that something's not right and that she's been there before. Anyway, a couple of them go upstairs and look at the bedroom, and one of the guy, he goes, looks at the kitchen, and you see her sort of looking around going, oh, you know, there's always one pooper at the party, right? Anyway, so she's looking around thinking, oh, I don't like it here, sort of thing. And then there's a knock on the door, and she goes to answer the door, and it's the pilot. He's come back, and he goes, I've come here to warn you. And as he says that, one of the guys walks in the room and says, well, what are you come here to warn me about? And oh, there's going to be a storm coming. I think he was going to tell the woman that there's something evil on the island. But he goes, oh, about the storms that are coming and stuff like this. And he goes, oh, we'll be fine. I'm absolutely fine. Anyway, the pilot goes away, and they sort of say, well, come on, shut the door, come up and celebrate and enjoy the party. So the woman sort of shuts the door. Then we cut to the beach, and we see this old boy. I thought this island was deserted, but obviously it's not. There's an old boy who lives on there, and you see him on there with fish. He's fishing, and he's gutting the fish. And then you see there's something behind him, and this something behind him goes to like an old boat there and picks up like an old oar. And then we cut back to the old boy who's gutting the fish, and then we see this sort of oar come up behind him, and he turns around and he goes whack, and he gets whacked on the head and killed. So I don't know who this old boy is, but he's killed straight away. So there is an evil presence on this island, and the folks there don't know about it, and they're sort of settling in now to the sort of house, arranging like a picnic and stuff in the wind. And they're on this deserted island with this evil thing. And what is it? You need to watch it and find out, because that's all I'm going to tell you. What do I think of the Slayer? It's an amazing film. It's one of those films that brings back a lot of memories to me. I did mention this, I think, in my late night horror show, that I used to have this on Vipco years and years ago when I was dating my lady friend, and she was a massive horror fan like me, and we brought this, and we giggled and laughed at it all the way through, and it because it was so cheesy and funny at the same time, but really cool. We absolutely loved it, and so it's good to actually pick it up again on Blu-ray. So I actually really like the film. The pluses of this film, the transfer is really nice. It does have some natural grain, and it does have some heavy grain in some areas, especially in the dark, which obviously Arrow haven't been able to clear that up so much. But there's some amazing extra features on this. Like Pieces, this has got a theatre reaction audio on there, so you can watch the film with the audience in the theatre watching it and hear them sort of like cheering and laughing and at places and things like that. So that's really cool. I love things like that. I wish they did them more often. Really, I do. It'd be so cool. But there is one on here, so that's really cool. The acting's really cheesy. The creature is really cheesy. There's some good gore in there. I believe it was a video nasty. So there's some good gore and good kills in it, and it's a good film. It's a really enjoyable sort of film, Slayer. So I'm going to score this a classic cult film, awesome film, and give it 9 out of 10. I was thinking of 8, but I thought, no, it's better than 8. Maybe a 10. It's not a 10, but it's a 9. 9 out of 10. So The Slayer, 9 out of 10 I give that. Have you guys seen it? If you have, let me know down below what you thought of it. It's one of those sort of really classic cult films that has its own fan base and following. Bit like The Burning, a bit like Pieces and stuff. They've got their own cult followings, that the people that love these movies. And you've got other people that wouldn't like them at all. They find them, oh, it's terrible, cheesy. But then you have other people that absolutely adore them. And this is one of those films. And I adore it. It's a great film. Really, really cool. Definitely worth picking up if you love your 80s horrors, your sort of slashers, your sort of monster flick, your any sort of film like that. You will have a great time with The Slayer. It is a good film. Guys, until next time, check out some horror channels for me. Check out Horror Hands, Horror Geek, Manview Film, RS Design, Pizzawell. I am the Ice Lord, Sarah of Horror, Cat Watches Horror Movies, Grumpy Andrew's Haunted House. And a big shout out to my lad Lemon Lord, who's also picked this up lately, and I think he had a cracking time watching it too. Until then, look after yourselves, look after one another, and I really hope I see you all soon.